Hello, Sand Creek community. I am your proud principal, Amy Sanchez Martinez. I am so happy to be in community with you today as we share another one of our quarterly step backs. Quarterly step backs are exactly what they say. It's a time for us to report out to you progress on our annual goals that are aligned to all of our school improvement plan priorities. We take a step back, reflect on the progress that we've made, and then share with you our next steps. I'm pleased to be with you today. Sand Creek community, we pride ourselves on modeling what we seek from one another. In every single one of our classes, we have a learning intention, which is the why behind our learning, as well as success criteria, how we're going to reach that learning. So in our time together today, we're learning about the progress that we've made towards this year's goals and expectations so that we can outline next steps to accomplish these expectations and goals across our school community. In particular, I'll be matching data points to this year's priorities and expectations, and then I'll connect those data points to future practice. Many of you have seen this visual. This visual is a very quick and easy reference guide of our school improvement plan that is based on our zone pillars, which are student success, people, service, and innovation and growth, as well as the strategic actions that we are going to take during the school year in order to make progress in our zone pillars. Sand Creek community, we take an exam called STAR 360 3 times a year. We take it in 2 different content areas, math and reading, and students in grades 9, 10, and 11 take these exams. These exams help us to see how students are demonstrating proficiency on grade level standards, as well as how they're growing in grade level standards. I am pleased to share with you today that our students are growing, both in regards to proficiency as well in what is called a student growth percentile. You see in front of you math. Although there is still a lot of work to do, you'll notice that from our winter scores in December 2022 to December 2023, the number of students who are demonstrating proficiency has increased from 27% of our students to 35% of our students. When you take a look at the student growth percentile, we seek for at least 65% of our students to earn typical to high growth. You'll see that we're about at the same place where we were last year, with 68% of our students demonstrating typical to high growth. In regards to performance on our STAR 360 reading assessment, we have made tremendous growth in the amount of students who are showing that they are reading at grade level. Last year, in December, 35% of our students were demonstrating that they were proficient in reading. This year, almost 48% of our students are demonstrating that they're proficient in reading. You'll also see that there's a jump in our student growth percentile. Last year, 67% of our students were earning typical to high growth, and this year, 73% of our students are making typical to high growth. Students and teachers, we are so proud of all of the efforts that you've made in the classroom to make these accomplishments. Every year, 11th graders across the state take a standardized test in science. This test measures how students are performing in all of the science standards from grades 9, 10, and 11. Although this hasn't been measured since COVID, the state did release performance data now in January to let us know how we did. We are happy to inform you that our juniors met state expectations. We are still planning in our current focus for increased cut scores for this school year. This means that we are making an intentional approach towards science literacy, in particular, how to critically interpret, analyze, and read charts and graphs in any content area, as well as technical writing. A current focus in student success is similar to what I've reported out in this school year. We continue our work in grade level success teams. We're measuring on-track performance to increase our consistency of service to all of our community, as well as uphold high expectations for student performance. In regards to growth in the people pillar of the Sand Creek zone, we have some data to report back to you. Many of you took the different surveys for our stakeholders, whether it was the employee survey, the student survey, or the parent survey. In our last quarterly update, I provided information on our family and parent survey. Today, I am pleased to report to you that our employee result averages sustained at 3.99 out of a 5-point scale, both last year as well as this year. Our student average increased from 3.42 last year to 3.53 this year, which is also on a 5-point scale. Our current focus, based upon these results, is to create action steps this month in March for all stakeholder surveys in order to increase our quality of service. In addition, I will be working with the Student Task Force to cultivate leadership in small ways and across our school community so that we are a welcoming place that sustains a place of belonging and community for everyone involved. In order to understand how we will be responding to the data of the surveys that I just referenced, I'd like to share with you our highest and lowest scores. You'll see on the left-hand column the highest scores for students. Students, I am really humbled and so proud that you believe in my leadership. Thank you so much for believing in me because I believe in you too, and I want to be my very best for you. Our lowest score was that students feel that they're nice or show respect to each other. Students, this is part of the reason why we are going to deploy a task force where many of us are involved in leadership so that we can expand a culture of respect and make sure that we're being kind to one another. If you take a look at the right-hand column of the screen in front of you, this is information from our parent and family surveys. Our highest scores is that families say that they are treated with respect at this school. We pride ourselves in a customer service model, and we're glad that you see the same. Our lowest scores is that we receive positive phone calls, emails, or notes about our student from the school. We are going to be working on an action plan in order to do this more often. Although I've provided some current focus areas for some of our pillars in the Sand Creek Zone, I would like to inform you of some of our next steps. Students, I'm speaking directly to you on this one. I want you to work to be your very best. Please make sure that you are giving yourself the opportunity to be the best version of yourselves. Our staff is here to help you, and we are pleased to do so in every way possible. Please make sure that you make an effort to arrive on time to school. It's important that you take advantage of every moment. I want you to ask about expectations from your teachers in each lesson so you know exactly what to do to earn that A. Finally, I want you to look for opportunities to help build a sense of belonging and a strong, healthy culture in each of our classes because we're working on it as a school. Related to the people and service pillars, we will be finalizing our mission, vision, and guiding principles for our school this month in March. As I stated before, we are creating action steps from all of our stakeholder surveys, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds with our student task force. Sand Creek community, as always, it is a pleasure to partner with you. We will continue to give our best effort alongside one another to empower our students to be the best versions of themselves. Please feel free to reach out to me, your principal, with anything that you need at the contact information on your screen.